CM Punk to reveal the Shield's biggest secret on WWE RAW to get back at Roman Reigns, exploring the possibility. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Have a nice day. For WWE Family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Roman Reigns returned on the March 10, 2025 episode of Monday Night Raw during the CM Punk vs Seth Rollins match and unleashed a brutal assault on both of them with spears and stomps. Upon his arrival, he dragged the Visionary out of the steel cage, technically helping the former Shield member win the match. Furthermore, he launched an attack on the Second City Saint when he noticed Paul Heyman consoling him. These two factors might motivate Punk to drop a truth bomb on. Back in 2012, the Shield was born to protect the voice of the voiceless against Ryback and John Cena at Survivor Series. The heel faction went on to become one of WWE's top stables, and it so happens that Punk had a huge role to play in the final members of the faction. Given how special the Shield is for Roman Reigns, a bitter truth might finally coerce him to return to Monday Night Raw again to confront CM Punk. Punk can remind Reigns of how WWE's interference in his choice of superstars for the Shield helped him make a career. The Chicago native can make it clear that he did not think the former undisputed WWE champion was worthy of being in the stable at the time. An attack on Reigns' ego can push him to come back on WWE TV and set up the triple threat match for WrestleMania 41. The Visionary is the reason why the Shield fell apart. He betrayed Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns by assaulting both of them with a steel chair. This moment played a huge role in Cody Rhodes dethroning Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 when the Tribal Chief chose to avenge himself by hitting Rollins with a steel chair instead of taking down the American Nightmare. The WWE Universe is currently awaiting the moment when Punk, Reigns and Rollins will come together in the ring to address the brewing rivalry on the road to WrestleMania. Two top Bloodline stars have yet to be introduced by Roman Reigns. Reports have now surfaced regarding their absence. Roman Reigns has been the usual star to introduce new members into the faction, and his absence allowed stars like Jacob Fatu Tomatonga and Tonga Loa to be introduced. He has called himself the High Tide as the one who makes everyone else's ships float higher, which has become his new official name. He's been the one to make the Bloodline relevant and make it as big as it is today. Even now, the storyline of the group has continued. Now reports have emerged about the absence of two Bloodline stars despite signing. Reigns has yet to introduce either Hikuleo or Lance Anoa'i. Both Hikuleo and Lance Anoa'i were signed by WWE last year. Now Fightful Select has reported on why they have not appeared. The report noted that Lance Anoa'i was injured and would be out of action well into 2025. This was reported last year, and the situation remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Hikuleo was reportedly signed without being included in the creative plans. Main roster creative sources said that while he was on the internal roster, there were currently no known plans. He is still listed internally. With WrestleMania coming up, stars have a tendency to debut after that. Fans will have to wait and see if that's when either star can make an appearance with the Bloodline or Roman Reigns. On the latest edition of WWE RAW on Netflix, Seth Rollins made his appearance on the show and made a groundbreaking announcement. The Visionary confirmed that he would make an appearance on the forthcoming episode of SmackDown, where Roman Reigns and CM Punk are already set to appear. However, the absence of the OTC comes as a surprise to many fans. In this article, we will discuss 3 reasons why Roman Reigns didn't show up on WWE. Roman Reigns is officially a SmackDown-branded star and has rarely shown up on Raw lately. Reigns primarily belongs to the Blue brand, and this could be a rationale behind his absence on this week's WWE RAW. Last week's episode of Raw took place at MSG, and to make the show memorable, WWE could have opted to have Roman return on the Red brand rather than SmackDown. The Visionary has himself confirmed that Roman Reigns will be making his appearance on the upcoming episode of SmackDown. So with the OTC appearing on the Blue brand this week, his presence on Raw isn't needed. This could be why the original Tribal Chief didn't show up on the latest episode of Raw. In the case that Reigns wasn't scheduled to appear this Friday night, WWE may have booked him on the Red brand to continue his build toward WrestleMania, but that didn't end up happening. The latest edition of Raw on Netflix was already hyped among the fans due to the confirmed appearances of John Cena and Cody Rhodes on the show. The franchise players segment has ignited a storm on the internet as fans really loved the heel version of Cena. However, with Raw already having a significant buzz surrounding the show, an appearance from the OTC wasn't required. Instead, his absence aids the company for the forthcoming SmackDown. Seth Rollins has already announced his arrival to the Blue brand this week to join Reigns and CM Punk on the show. Now this declaration has surely ignited interest among fans and is likely to boost ratings for the show. If Roman Reigns had appeared on the latest episode of the Red brand, the company might have failed to generate a high buzz for SmackDown. Cody Rhodes and John Cena came face-to-face for the first time since Elimination Chamber on Raw this week. The American Nightmare laid into his WrestleMania opponent for the massive betrayal. The 16-time world champion was the first to come out on Raw, where he berated fans and stated that he was in a toxic relationship with the WWE Universe all these years. The legend also noted that he was breaking up with the fans and received a chorus of non-PG chants. He was later confronted by Cody Rhodes. However, wrestling veteran Vince Russo was less than pleased with the segment. During a recent episode of Sportskeeda's Legion of Raw, Vince Russo said WWE made a huge mistake with the way they booked the segment between Cody Rhodes and John Cena on the show. He added that the show should have ended with them. Earlier on the podcast, Russo with Cena's promo by drawing comparisons to previous promos by the likes of Paul Bearer and former WWE Vince McMahon. Fans will have to wait to see what else Cena has to say on the road to WrestleMania 41. It's been a while since the Usos have worked together in WWE. Backstage analyst Sam Roberts recently addressed the possibility of Jimmy and Jay getting back together on the road to WrestleMania 41. Jey Uso has been ahead of his WrestleMania 41 match against WWE World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. The Master has been involved in a mini feud with a town down under for the past several weeks. Jey defeated Grayson Waller in a singles match last week on Raw. The OG Bloodline member continued his winning streak last night when he Austin Theory in mere seconds. Roberts also said he doesn't see the Usos reuniting anytime soon, as it would take the spotlight away from the Master as a singles competitor. WWE superstar Jey Uso is in a feud against the A-Town Down Under right now. The Master has already defeated both Grayson Waller and Austin Theory in one-on-one bouts in the last 2 weeks. Now, he will be facing the heel duo in tag team action alongside a mystery partner. Here are 3 potential wrestlers who could be on Uso's side next week on Raw. Joe Hendry has made several appearances on NXT as part of the company's ongoing partnership with TNA Wrestling. The WWE Universe loves the reigning TNA World Champion, who has already helped in a tag team match against Ethan Page and Shawn Spears. The Scotsman is a popular babyface and would work well with Jey Uso. Moreover, the Stamford-based promotion could also use this setup to put Mr. and Hendry in a champion versus champion match in the future. But all of it depends on whether Uso wins the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41. Sami Zayn hasn't been seen since his unsanctioned match defeat against Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber 2025. The honorary Us is a great friend of Jey Uso. He even congratulated the Master after the latter accidentally eliminated him from this year's Men's Royal Rumble match. Going by their storied history, the OG Bloodline member could join hands with main event Jey to face Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Both Zayn and Uso are multi-time tag team champions with high-flying moves in their arsenal, which could make them an interesting tandem. Jey Uso's twin brother and his original tag team partner, Jimmy Uso, could join him as his mystery partner next week. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. They also hold the record for the longest ever tag team title run at 622 days. Notably, Gunther tried to trash-talk his WrestleMania 41 challenger last week on SmackDown, which didn't sit well with Big Jim. Since he was ready to go up against the Ring General in a scuffle, he would definitely be down to being the tag partner of his brother to face Down Under.